Hey everybody, I'm Justin Bohn.
I'm Mike Val.
And this is the Bohn and Zano Zone, where we are always on the lanes, off the charts, and on the mic. Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Bohn and Zone. Blah, it's been a while since I've done that.
It's been a long time, so you're allowed to make the mistake when we start.
The Bohn and Zano Zone podcast presented by BuddiesProShop.com. Welcome back, Mike.
Hey, bud, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good. It's
the banner's nice. The welcome back banner's nice.
It's been quite some time, and it's good to be back. We're gonna talk some ball in the night, just kind of have some fun with it.
Yeah, there's really no script or anything. We're just gonna kind of wing it tonight and go.
There's a few things going on. Bowling's starting to get back up.
It is.
With the PBA. The PBA league's taking place this weekend into early next week with the PBA league.
Yeah, every bowler is finally traveling. Everybody was posting pictures today of airports and where they've been flying to, where they're going to. So it's good to see those guys back.
And yeah, it's really good to start seeing some people get back on some airplanes and actually get out to be able and compete again.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a little weird with it not being up in Maine this year.
It'll definitely be different, but I mean, with no fans allowed, you can't really go to Maine and expect the same atmosphere. So
no way.
As much as I wasn't a huge fan of it, I could understand why they did it. But starting Sunday at 12 p.m. will be the first show, and then Sunday at 7 p.m. is the second show.
Yep. Monday,
7 p.m., Monday, 9 p.m., Tuesday, 7 p.m., and Wednesday, 7 p.m. Wednesday is the Elias Cup Championships. Yep. So it's going to be a pretty fun time. And on top of that, the animal patterns are being finished.
Yes, finally.
From the World Series. Sunday, October 4th at 5:30 p.m. on FS1.
Mm-hmm. Check your local listings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chameleon is going to be Sunday, October 4th at 7:30, and the Scorpion Championship is going to be Monday, October 5th at 9 p.m. on FS1. So, yeah, be sure to stay tuned for those. Be sure to check out PBA.com as well for all those updates because it's good for Bohn to be back.
It is, sure. And it is. We need it, and I bet they need it too. I mean, these guys have been home, and the girls, they've been home now for probably close to 6 months, right? With minimal stuff to bowl.
It's been quite some time, and to be honest, I mean they kind of needed this, and it's going to be good for not only them but the fans to be back as well.
Yeah, it's going to be weird watching the league this year with nobody there.
It'll be different.
Yeah, but the only thing that I could say could be a little better, and if you watch like baseball or even a football game with no fans in the stands, you hear everything now.
Oh yeah.
So if they're not on like a 3-second delay, you may hear somebody really like let it fly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have no problem hearing like I'm going to say our friend Timmy Mack. You know, if somebody rings a 10 on his team, just let it fly in the back. You know what I mean?
You know it's going to happen.
Yeah. So that's the only, I guess, the one good thing if they don't have the 3-second delay.
Yeah,
but it's not gonna be the same. That whole atmosphere is just I really wanted to see Marshall up in Maine as with the new manager, new team, and letting him get into it like he used to. That would have been great.
Hey, but you know what? They will be back there, no doubt.
Oh, absolutely. That's a no doubt, no doubt. And the regional tour is up and running fully.
Yep. So it's the PBA is starting to come back, but there are a few
It
people
is.
in the chat that I want to say hi to. Hey, Derek, thanks again for tuning in. Alex
Yeah.
Sorge, just saw you last weekend. Hope
Oh, did
everything's
you?
going well.
I love
did.
Alex.
I was out in Wichita for a college visit, and RJ Carbone, our good old friend from Halloween.
RJ Carbone, the man,
So,
the myth, and the legend.
RJ, we hope you're doing good out at Indiana Tech.
Yep.
And we'll see you soon enough.
Yeah, we'll see him soon enough. So I guess let's go with this one. Do you want to stay on the tour, or do you want to kind of bounce around a little bit?
Well, let's give some thoughts about the PBA League. We did 2 different draft shows and talked about the teams. We broke some teams down, talked to many different players and many different coaches or managers, we'll say.
Mm-hmm.
Who's your favorite to win?
You want to do a team and an MVP?
Well, we could do that, but do you want to go over the 12 teams first? Because I got the list.
Yeah, we can go over team by team. The one that really stands out for me is, I believe, I think it's Phoenix. Is that the one?
The girls team.
Yeah. Is it Phoenix? Not
yes. Yes, Phoenix.
That's the one. Yeah.
Managed by Kim Terrell-Kearney with Shannon O'Keefe, Liz Johnson, Jordan Richards, Stephanie Johnson, and Maria Jose Rodriguez.
Also basically called Team USA B.
Yeah.
That's I listen, nothing against the guys, but I'll take those 5 girls against anybody on the planet.
Yeah.
Anybody on the planet.
Yeah, that team's going to be pretty tough to beat. So
yeah.
The way that this works is they're actually the 12 teams are split up into 2 different divisions,
mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
So I believe that there is some sort of qualifying for the seeding. Let me see. Yeah, so it says kicks off Saturday, and the 12 teams competing in their divisions to determine the seeds for each divisional bracket, followed by 12 hours of live competition on FS1. So they'll be bowling some sort of seeding.
Yeah.
And be getting buys as well. So the top 2 teams in each division, there's 6 in each division. The
mm-hmm.
top 2 will get buys. So in the Carter division, Dallas Strikers managed by the only player manager, Norm Duke, Tommy Jones, Bill O'Neill, Brad Miller, and Nick Pate.
Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty good team right there.
That is pretty good. Norman knows what he's doing.
Yep. Philadelphia Hitmen managed by Jason Couch is Don Barrett, Tom Smallwood, Sean Maldonado, Jason Cerner, and Matt Ogle.
The newly motivated Tom Smallwood.
Yep, that was announced, I believe, today.
Last night. Was it last night? Last night.
Tom Smallwood going to Motive.
Yep.
Brooklyn Styles managed by hometown hero Johnny Petraglia. Walter Ray Williams Jr., Brad Angelo, Rhino Page, BJ Moore, and Thomas Larson. They got a little bit of a sneaky team there.
They do. And don't count Walter out at 60. He'll just throw with 2 hands.
No. Oh, yeah.
He'll throw with 2 hands.
Silver Lake Adam Splitters managed by Mark Baker, Chris Barnes, Jesper Svensson, Tom Doherty, Chris Vi, and AJ Chapman. Those are some pretty big names there.
Don't you find that a little ironic that Barnes is on a team with bowlers that he really doesn't like, 2-handers, no thumbs? Don't you find that a little ironic that he's surrounded by people he hates?
You love
that. Styles he hates, I should say.
You love that.
Yeah.
One of the 4 added teams, the Las Vegas High Rollers, managed by Amleto Monicelli, Francois Lavoie, Andrew Anderson, AJ Johnson, Richie Teese, and Ildemaro Ruiz. So while we're on the topic of Amleto, Mike, how's your diet, your workout going with Amleto?
I did 4.5 miles on the bike yesterday. I did about another 2 today, and I am actually getting into bowling shape now. I'm going to go to bowl an event in November in Las Vegas. So
really?
I decided this after we practiced on Monday night.
Okay.
We had a nice little practice session on Monday night. Yeah, well, I'm doing something that I've never done before on the lanes.
With a spare ball.
With a spare ball and shooting spares differently than I've ever done before. So that's kind of like
never used to use one.
No, but I kill it enough where I take the lane out of play.
Right.
And I decided that kind of lit the spark again. So I am getting back into that the bowler mentality now of I'm going to start practicing. So I have about 6 weeks to go. Okay. And I'm going to go out there and see what I can do. And if that works out well, maybe I'll be tagging along to team trials in January.
Maybe. Hey.
Yeah, I mean, if this works out well and I have a good performance in November at the South Point, then if it may carry over to team trials, then I'll just be going with you guys at the trials.
Have you signed up for trials?
No. I know they're going to sell out quickly. You would recommend doing it.
They might be already sold out.
Yeah. That's a far stretch, but either that or maybe go back to the high roller / hat in February. So, yeah, but that's me and Amleto, we still chat every once in a while.
All right. So
next one on the board.
To finish off the Carter division is the Phoenix Fury, like we mentioned earlier, with Kim Terrell-Kearney, Shannon O'Keefe, Liz Johnson, Jordan Richards, Stephanie Johnson, and Maria Jose Rodriguez.
That's my pick to win that division right there.
Those are the 6 teams in the Carter division. I like Dallas and Phoenix a lot.
Yeah.
Silver Lakes is pretty up there. Philadelphia and Brooklyn are probably the 2 sleeper teams.
I think Johnny has the biggest sleeper, and we said that the night of the draft.
No doubt.
Johnny definitely has the biggest sleeper team.
They've got a few players that if they figure out how to get something going, they could be a force.
Yeah, and the only thing that's different this year is, and I think everybody knows it, the left is really good up in Maine.
Yeah, almost every team has a left-hander.
Yeah, and our guy Packy, love Packy.
Love him.
Love Packy. I was really looking forward to seeing him bowl up there and just strike every shot up in Maine.
And just have a good time with it.
Oh, yeah. So that may be a little bit, you don't know what the left is going to be in this place. It could be a little different. So it's going to be interesting to see. But I think Johnny definitely has a sleeper. But my pick from the Carter group is definitely the girls, 100%.
All right.
That's my prediction.
So in the Anthony division, the New York City Kingpins, managed by Carolyn Doran Ballard, is Pete Weber, Marshall Kent, Kyle Sherman, Darren Tang, and Oscar Palermo. The Motown Muscle, managed by Del Ballard, EJ Tackett, Anthony Simonson, Josh Blanchard, Mitch Upe, and Matt McNeil.
How about really quick, Josh Blanchard coming out yesterday and calling it a career?
He announced his retirement yesterday from professional bowling, and he's been there many times, but it is definitely hard to make a living if you're just cashing and just making the top 24.
Do we know what he's doing? Did he say what his next endeavor is going to be?
I read his Facebook post, and there wasn't anything. No. Well,
best of luck to Josh. Great guy. He'll still be bowling, just not at the level of he was.
Not every week.
Not every week. Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. So, all right. So there's that team.
So next up is my pick to win the whole thing and go back to back. The Portland Lumberjacks.
Shocking. You would say
Portland.
That.
I mean, you have to. I mean, managed by Tim Mack, first of all, best coach on the planet. Then you got Wes Malott.
He is something.
You got Wes Malott, Kyle Troop, Chris Prather, Martin Larson, and my boy Packy.
So
I mean, come on. Come on.
That is, listen, you got a little bit of everything there.
And
five of the 6 people on that roster have joined us on our show.
Wes Malott was the MVP last year. Kyle Troops won 3 titles this year.
Player of the year.
Chris Prather won the TSC, the Strike Derby, and is the king of the lanes.
And he is the king.
Look.
It's hard to bet against.
Those are 3 guys right there that are returning, and then you got Martin Larson and Packy coming in, bro.
And that's a hard one to bet against.
That's a hard team to beat.
It is, and they have the experience at the helm. He is a firecracker on the sidelines.
Oh yeah,
and that's going to be interesting to see, like how tuned up these coaches or managers are going to be with nobody behind them. Like Timmy told us, if you remember, that he feeds off the crowd.
Oh yeah.
Well, now there's nobody behind you. Like, how are you going to, get it going?
Right.
So that's I can't argue with the one. That is probably the odds-on favorite on paper.
Oh yeah.
All right. What do we got next?
Next up is the LAX, managed by Andrew Kane. Jason Belmonte coming back from down under,
making his return to the States.
Yep. Jacob Buttress, Stu Williams, Patrick Gerard, and Anthony Larvery Spar.
All right.
Another new added team, the Brew City Ballers, managed by Marshall Holman, Sean Rash, Ryan Simonelli, Dick Allen, Chris Sloan, and Zeke Bate.
That's a sneaky one there too.
That's a sneaky one. Yeah, they got some
And
good players there.
if you remember the night of the draft, I believe when we were with Chuck, I called Zeke Bates getting picked as the last pick.
Yeah.
And Zeke Bates had a lot of success in that building in Maine. Great player. I think he has an Eagle, too, if I'm not mistaken.
I think he does.
Yeah, he's a good player. That's a sneaky team, too. And Simonelli coming back a little bit. I know he retired. He's starting to get back into it a little bit.
Yeah.
That's a sneaky one, too. But that's another example of Marshall would have loved. I'd love to see Marshall get pumped up on the sides.
Oh, my God.
And I think there we go. We lost you for a second, pal.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad I'm back.
All right, we're back. All right, and
the sixth team rounding out the Anthony division is one of the girls' teams, managed by Bob Learn Jr., Danielle McEwen, Dasha Kovalova, Clara Guerrero, Liz Culkin, and Missy Parkin.
Can't sleep on them either.
No, that's another pretty good team. I think the Anthony division's got a pretty tough division.
Yeah, I think there's a little bit more firepower in that group of six than the Carter, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be honest, I wouldn't count out either of the girls' teams.
No way.
And we talked about it. I forget who we talked about it with, but somebody said we were talking and about how the girls' teams, it was the top 10 on the points list got picked, right?
Mm-hmm.
You had the top 75 to pick from on the guys list.
Yeah.
And you were going basically every other two picks. You had one of them from the top 10 on the girls' teams. Those are going to be some tough teams.
I would love them to open this up more. Get a couple more guys teams. Get another couple of ladies teams out there. Really expand it. I mean, I know we've said doing the PBA 50 teams as well. What if they just open it up and combine the 50 players with the national guys and make it like the guys, like a guys pool and the women pool, and then kind of have, let's say, okay, you get two more guys teams and two more ladies teams, or vice versa, whatever you want to do.
Not a terrible idea. Just add, so like you're saying, take the top 16 on the PBA 50 tour from one of the season, from the last season, and then you add them to the men's pool, so it's the top 75 and then the top 16. That's not a terrible idea.
No, and then you could even do it where each roster has to have one PBA 50 guy.
You could.
But if you're going to have 16, you know what I'm saying? You can even it out a little bit. Because you could very easily say, okay, I'm not going to draft a guy. I'm not going to draft Ron Moore, hypothetically, right?
Right.
Or, all right, well, you have to make a requirement. You have to draft one senior player per team. Like each team has to have a roster. They kind of redo the structure of the rosters.
Right.
Like you can say, okay, I'm going to keep one player from each team. Everybody goes back into the pool and then draft again.
Yeah.
Like really redo everything. Like really shake things up and then have more of the women team, because having just 10, I mean, my God, how many were left off the teams that were just like, wow.
That were really good players.
Kelly Kulick, first one.
Yep.
Kelly, there was one other one that really stood out. Shannon Plahowski was another one that stood out.
Yeah. Being a left-hander.
Yeah, there was a lot of good ladies that were left out this year.
Yeah. Nice mug, Mike.
It's water.
Okay. I believe you.
It is. So what's your pick to get to the end here?
Ooh. To win the whole thing?
Give me a Final Four.
A Final Four. Okay, so I'm going to say Dallas.
That's Norman. That's Norman, right?
Norm's team.
Okay.
Portland.
Obviously.
I'm going to say Phoenix gets there. So those are my top two so Dallas and Phoenix out of the Carter division. And then Portland. Oh, this is a tough pick. I'm going to go Portland and New York City.
Weber's team.
Yep.
Who, by the way, is fully healthy. When we talked to him right after the King of the Lanes, he said that he's back. He's healthy. His hip feels good. Pete's back.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right. So I'm going to agree with you on the two out of the Carter.
Okay.
I am. So I'm going to give you the girls' team, Phoenix, and I'll give you Dallas.
Okay.
I'm going to disagree on the other side of the bracket.
Okay.
I kind of think because he's been away for so long, and I'm not going to say nobody's forgotten him, but his name has been brought up because he wasn't able to travel for 6 months. You don't think that Belmo's going to come back to the States with a chip on his shoulder?
Ooh, I think he is, but ooh,
and we know
it's going to be interesting.
We also know that Stewie has been living in the Bohn Center every day. I mean, we talk to Stewie all the time. He's been living, practicing nonstop. I kind of like the LAX team. I do.
That would probably be my third team.
That would be the sleeper, and I'll give you Portland again, but I have to go Portland because I want to pull for Packy, and
okay.
And we love Packy. We practiced with him a couple weeks ago. We love Packy.
Yep.
But going final two now.
I think I picked Portland and Dallas.
So you're going with the chalk. You're going with the favorites, basically.
Yeah.
See, I'll give you Portland again.
Okay.
I will, but I'm going to stick to my guns. I really think that Phoenix, the new team, snaps everybody off. I really believe.
Okay. Mike, you still there?
Yep, I am. Yeah, I just lost you two for a sec. What are they bowling on?
Oh, obviously one of the PBA patterns. Let me see if
they're normally a little softer for this thing, right?
Yeah, they are. They want to make it interesting.
So here's my synopsis, right? If they are a little softer,
yep.
Normally when they're softer, they play a little straighter, right?
Yeah.
You're going to tell me what 5 people in this competition are better throwing it straight than Liz Johnson, Stephanie Johnson, Shannon. I mean, seriously. And then if they open up a little bit, Jordan Richard can get in there with the guys.
Yep.
And Miss, oh my God, I'm drawing a blank. I'm sorry. I'm drawing a blank. Maria
Jose.
Yeah, Maria Jose can get in there and curve it too. So I'm telling you, and they all mesh with each other. Minus Maria, those 4 ladies have been bowling together for years.
Yeah.
With Kim Terrell on their side, they know each other's every move. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So that's why I kind of like them. And if they got to get a little straighter, see ya. Good luck, guys.
Good luck, guys.
Seriously, I mean, is there anybody that can knuckle a ball up 8 better than Liz Johnson in the world?
No.
And this is what's amazing about her. You tell me one pattern she doesn't play 8 on. She plays 8 on everything, and she's unbelievably phenomenal at it.
Very true.
So if that shot plays up the track, try to beat her. Good luck.
Yeah.
What do you think the lineup would be in there in a perfect world?
Oh.
If I had a guess, I would say I'd put Stephanie first. I bowled in college with Stephanie. She was always like a spark plug. I put Stephanie first.
Okay.
I think I would go Maria Jose in the 2-hole.
Okay. I'd probably go Jordan, and then whoever has the better luck, it's going to be a coin toss between
Shannon and Jordan. Yeah.
For 4th and 5th.
And arguably, any one of those 5 you could put on the bottom.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
I mean, there's no question about it. You can put any one of those 5 on the bottom. I think I would put Liz on the bottom because she's been there longer.
Yeah.
And I would go Jordan 3, Shannon 4, Liz 5. That's what I would do. But I mean, we're sitting here in New Jersey, and they're going to be doing this over the weekend in Virginia. So
they're going to be bowling.
Yeah, there's a reason why we're here just commentating and breaking it down, and they're actually doing it.
Very true.
But that would be my pick. So who do you have in the final match?
Dallas and Portland.
Dallas and Portland. That is it. And
they got 2 pretty good teams, and obviously any of these matches can go any way, shape, or form.
Yep.
But those are my 2 picks.
And who's coming out on top?
Portland.
Portland's going to come out on top.
I got Portland going back to back.
All right. And who do you have as the league MVP?
It's hard to bet against West.
If you're going with Portland, I'd have to say we want to see Packy as the MVP.
I want to see Packy as the MVP.
Absolutely. If Packy's the MVP of this, can we give like a promotion through Buddy, since he's a Buddy staffer? Can we do something with that if Packy's the MVP?
Personally, I think they'll probably end up doing something anyway. But
yeah, and we'll promote it. We'll definitely promote it.
MVP. It's hard to bet against West, but I think it's going to be whoever's in the 5 hole
on any respective team.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, I think that last year it could have been Stu if LAX won, because Stu, I think, didn't miss in the first 2 matches.
No, Stu strikes a lot in that place. He's great at the team, in the whole team atmosphere.
Yeah.
He really is. And that's all that international experience he has, too.
Yeah, but Stu, like, he didn't miss through the first 2 matches, and it was just some bad carry for the entire team last year that ended up costing them the LAX title or the Elias Cup title. But it's going to be interesting.
This is going to be a good one.
It's going to be fun to watch, and it's good that bowling is coming back to TV.
Thank God. Thank goodness. So on top of that, we also have the Weber Cup coming up next month.
We do.
Which is the greatest one-lane bowling tournament in the world.
Yeah.
No doubt. It really is. That's overseas. That's in England this year, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Last year was in the United States.
It was in Vegas last year, right?
Yep.
So Team USA this year will be Captain
Grandpa Barnes,
who we have a bone to pick with him eventually. It'll be Grandpa Barnes,
Bill O'Neill, Kyle Troop,
Anthony Simonson,
and EJ Tackett.
That's no slouches there.
It's a pretty good team.
Team Europe is going to come out with
Captain Dom Barron,
Stewie.
Yep.
Jesper.
Correct.
Thomas Larson.
Yep. Making his debut appearance into the Weber Cup.
And Osku.
Yes.
So that's pretty good. I mean, head to head, that's pretty even right there.
Yeah, and you want to talk about excitement in over a 3 or 4 day span.
Oh yeah.
The Weber Cup is the place to be.
Yeah,
I mean, you look at Kyle Troop, EJ Tackett, Simonson, Barnes, and Bill O'Neill. They all know how to get hype on the US side. You look at Team Europe. Dom Barrett's been there and he's gotten excited before. Jesper's been there and gotten excited before. Stu will give it to you any day of the week. Osku. If Osku's got it, he'll take it.
Yep.
And Thomas is making his debut.
And they are allowing fans obviously overseas, so that's not going to be an empty building.
Oh, are they?
Well, I mean, you would assume so. I mean, things are a little bit different overseas, right? They don't have the same rules we do here. So you would assume that the Weber Cup will have people in the building. I think so. It
says that the Weber Cup will be behind closed doors this year.
Oh, wow. So they're doing the same thing.
I think if something changes, I think that fans will be allowed and they will step on that as quickly as they can. But until then, there's no fans currently.
That's kind of like the Boardwalk Bowl of Europe, basically, right? Boardwalk Bowl, right? Boardwalk. Oh my God, Bayside Bowl. I'm sorry, Bayside Bowl.
Yeah,
Bayside Bowl of Europe that's what the Weber Cup basically is.
Yeah,
and I'm going to give a jab really quick. I think you've probably seen the clip from a couple years ago of Grandpa Barnes 5-7-10ing in the Weber Cup.
Yep, I've seen that one.
Let's hope Chris does not 5-7-10 again this year.
Well, yeah, let's hope not.
How about one in the chat, bud? I see an interesting question. You know what I'm talking about.
This one.
Yes, sir.
What about next year having a team of regional players to compete against the big boys? That's a tough one.
Didn't they do that a couple years ago?
I think they had an event at the World Series where they took like the 6th player of the years and brought them, and they had some sort of roll off.
Yeah, they all got on the show somehow, right?
They had some sort of match on TV.
Mm-hmm. Who would your 5 guys from the East be?
Oh boy.
I'll throw a name out there. I'll start with you.
Okay, go ahead.
Pepe.
Yep, he was one of them.
Paluzic.
Yep. O'Grady. I gotta go John Fury.
I can give you John.
And well, Packy's technically a PBA guy, so wouldn't put him on the East region team. I would probably.
Oh, I lost my buddy's patch.
God.
Sorry, Chris. What about you can go a little bit older. You can go with a guy like Rick Graham.
You could.
Rick Graham's a solid player.
What about Tim Foy?
Tim Foy. Do we still consider Schaefer a national guy?
Probably. I think he was on that list this year for the top 75 to get picked.
So he was on the list. All right, so let's cross Schaefer off the list. So we're in agreement. Pepe,
O'Grady,
Matt O'Grady, Pelusic,
Fury.
I can give you another. I'll give you another name.
Go ahead.
Cavagnaro.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a pretty good one.
Alexander is a very solid player right there.
Absolutely.
As far, I don't really think there's anybody else out of the Jersey area we could really say, right? Is there anybody else that I'm missing?
Joe Navarro from Long Island, maybe?
He's not a PBA guy.
Oh, okay.
Not a PBA guy. Is there any? I don't think there's any other regional guys. I think Alex would be a good fifth if you were going to make an East team.
That is true. Good point. We'll make it 6.
Yeah, go 6. But I wouldn't mind seeing a regional team.
Regional team.
Even if
it might be 1 or 2 players from each region, or 1 player from each region, because there's 6 of them.
Like the player of the year and like the points leader, something like that.
Yeah. Maybe give them something to bowl for over 5 or 6 events.
Yeah, and now everything, at least in our region, is 1-day events now.
Yeah.
Did you catch the video of that guy? I think Barnes took the video over the weekend of the guy that threw the sick messenger.
Yes.
Oh my God. Oh, you do?
I know him. Yeah. When I was out in Wichita, I hung out with him. Briley Haw.
He blew up the internet.
Oh my God. He had I looked 12 hours after it was posted and had almost 1,000 shares on Facebook.
That poor guy's got to go down in history as the most worst break ever.
Sending the atomic. Hold on, I gotta find this.
Can you? Yeah, you can add that. That was just one of the worst breaks I've ever seen before. And he throws it well.
Briley's a pretty good player.
He throws it really well. But that's one of the worst breaks I've ever seen before.
Briley's a product of the Wichita State team.
So he has that pedigree in him.
Yes, he does. But he's been on Team USA a couple of times, and he's a good player.
Yeah, I can tell. He throws it really well.
All right.
He throws it really well. I believe you found it.
I'm looking for it.
All right. So what else can we chat about? How about we had a successful 6-day event at Dad's Scholarship Tournament, the 21st annual.
We did.
And
I found it.
All right, we found it. Let's pull this up, and then we'll talk about the 6 days.
All right. Let me see if I can make this a little bit more full screen. Oh, didn't want to quite do that one. All right. Let's see what we can do here.
So this was in where are they bowling? They're bowling in Texas? Somewhere in Texas, right?
Kansas. Liberal, Kansas.
I think. Okay, Kansas. Okay. Oh, and he's just all over it. Boom.
Nice.
It's almost like, those video games you see in the arcade where the pins are on the strings?
Yeah.
That's exactly what this looks like. Like that 10 pin on a string and it's just getting moved across the deck. Look at that.
Smacked in the face.
Like, what do you do there?
Briley, nice try. Better luck next time. That's what you do.
Do not pass go. Do not collect $200, and your ball will be right back, sir.
Yeah. You'll be shooting at a 5-pin, 10, whatever you want to call it.
You know what? If he was to come back and kick the ball return or scream something at the foul line, I think the guys crossing with him should pay his fine for him. Should have paid his fine for him.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
That's hysterical.
All right. So, Bradley, nice try. See you at the next tournament, bud.
Yeah.
So let's go to Dad's tournament. Well, we'll go to Dad's tournament really quick.
All right. We crowned the PBA Junior East Region champions. Paige Peters on the girls' side and Randall Dunbar on the guys' side. Going with Paige to the girls' national championship is Victoria Verano, and going with Randall on the boys' side is Parker Laubach. And it was a full-fledged packed day of very competitive bowling.
How about a full-fledged grind of 6 days of bowling?
Oh my God, I know. They were so hard.
How about 263 entries, right?
262.
Oh, sorry, 262 entries. Of the 262, 3 people
were plus.
Two were
And
plus, one was even.
Yeah.
2 was plus, 1 was even. And
that's insane.
200 of the 60 best kids in the area, region, and one from South Dakota coming in.
Yeah.
By the way, that girl from South Dakota, Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Did she just commit to Wichita?
Yes, she did.
I thought I saw that. Yeah, she throws it well.
Yes.
But my God, that pattern, that Albee pattern was brutal. Oh my God. Oh, I don't think Janowitz broke it down the way it broke down on the lanes.
No.
Oh my God. Like, I give you guys credit for bowling on that. My Lord. And, we practiced on it afterwards and even a couple days after. There was no right way to play him.
No.
It was just kind of like leave a makeable, bowl 185, and you're fine.
Yeah.
I think the high game of the tournament, up until the finals, the high game of qualifying was only 258.
Yeah, not a lot.
No, and then obviously in the finals, that first round where America's favorite sweetheart, Tommy Burns, he bowled 280 the first game.
Did he really?
Yeah, he bowled 280 the first match against Alex Gordon.
He had a 518 for 2.
Yeah, he bowled 280 the first game.
I think he had 250, 260.
I know he worked on 280, or he was working on 280.
Yeah, because he had strike, spare, and then
a bunch of 10th.
Okay, so he missed the first shot on 10th.
Oh, what else is new? What else is new? But no, they were filthy dirty, and I mean, pair to pair, they were just impossible.
Yeah, they weren't fun. They weren't nice.
No, they were not very user friendly. That was Dad's tournament.
Yep. Oh, and be sure to go check out my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Vlogged every day again. And when I was out in Wichita, also vlogged every day. Me and Brandon had a hefty debate in Wichita about what belongs on bacon, syrup or Nutella.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, what do you think?
Syrup.
Yeah, I agree. Nutella doesn't belong on bacon.
Brandon thinks Nutella.
No, Nutella. Stop that.
Yeah.
If we really want to get into the ins and outs of food, Justin, I'm not gonna mention any names, Aunt Chrissy. Pickle and peanut butter.
Gross.
It's disgusting, and she made my daughter eat that one of the nights at the house.
Sounds gross.
It's disgusting. Pickle and peanut butter is just not appetizing. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right. So go ahead. What's the next one?
We got a quick question in the chat about Josh Blanchard retiring from the tour. Yep. We touched on this earlier in the show.
We don't know what Josh is doing.
No, we don't know what he's doing, but he's definitely been there. He's normally a pencil in for the top 24 every week, and it's hard to make a living just making the top 24 and not making very many TV shows because he'd always been a player in the top 24, but could really never get to the TV show to get to winning a couple events. Or even one a year.
Well, they have three titles, right? 3 titles?
I think 3 titles, and he came out in 2011. So it's a struggle trying to bowl on tour.
There's only maybe 8 guys that really make a living throwing a bowling ball now, right?
Yeah.
Like literally, legitimately, 8 guys can make a decent living throwing a bowling ball.
Yeah.
And Belmo, Simonson, Prather, EJ. There's 4 of them. Troop,
probably.
I mean, there you go. Jesper. I mean, there's only a small percentage of guys who can do this full time now. So, best of luck to Josh. He'll still be around, just not like we said earlier, just not on the week to week basis. He'll probably bowl the majors, and he's always a factor in the majors anyway.
Yeah,
he's a shot maker.
Absolutely.
He's
Mike, you still there?
Yep, I'm here again. I don't know what's going on. He's more of a shot maker. He reminds me of Prather.
Yeah.
So best of luck to Josh. He has a family, so he'll be spending more time at home, obviously.
Yep. So anyway, go check out the YouTube channel. We got another video coming up up this weekend. We're going to bowl just a JBT at Laurel.
Oh boy!
So
will you
first JBT of the season?
Will you be a King of the Hill Sunday night?
Maybe.
Why is it a maybe?
I don't know.
You'll be there. I mean, stop. We know you'll be there.
Sure. Whatever you say, Mike.
So let's just recap. So I started running King of the Hills towards the end of the summer.
Okay.
And my partner here, he bowled. Was it the third one we had or the second one we had? Bowled.
It was the third one.
Yeah, the third one. You bowled 8-14, 8-15 for 3.
8-14.
8-14 for 3. Led the field. He got the bye in the first round. And then your first match in the finals, you bowled
269.
269 and almost went home with 269.
And almost went home. Yeah.
How was that feeling for you?
Not great when you average 270 and almost go home.
Yeah, so we'll see you there on we'll see you there Sunday.
Yeah. So
Justin, how about the other tournament that's that people are trying to talk about now?
This will be our last topic of the night, Mike, and then we're going to
call it a night.
Put up the headphones. We'll say it that way until next time.
Yeah, and the next show we'll recap the PBA league.
Oh yes. So we got to plug real quick the first ever Bohn and Zano Zone Open.
Do you have the flyer?
I do.
Oh, and we know the flyers that get put up. All right, there's the background.
So obviously this is just the background, but while we're talking about this, we will keep this one up. Mike, I'm super excited.
Oh my God, the buzz is starting to grow. It is.
Yep. So for those of you who were familiar with the Midnight Bowlers Society,
right?
Society. Yeah, there we go. Big word for me.
That's okay.
It is basically going to be the same format how they pay out every game. So it will be 8 games, pay out every game, and it'll be a $500 entry fee. So the way that it works is, by the way, it'll be Wednesday, November 25th, check-in at 7 p.m., and the tournament will start at 8. That is Thanksgiving Eve, Thanksgiving night, whatever you want to call it. $500 entry fee, 8 games, payout per game. It'll be a 64-person max field, and the top, 8 get paid a game? Is that right, Mike?
Yeah, I was muted. I'm sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're good. So
Justin?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I don't think you're frozen, but yeah, it's going to be 1 in 8, and we're paying 8 spots every game. So there's no total pins or anything for the night. You're basically every game starts a new tournament, basically, if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
And basically, it's a $500 entry fee, like you said. And of that, $24 of that goes to the lineage. So $476 goes to the prize fund. There is no expenses taken out. Everything is returned 100%. And basically...
And, by the way, how much is in the total prize fund?
I have it right here. And I'm going to pull my... The prize fund. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
So minus the lineage.
Okay. $30,000, Mike. Did you just say that?
465. So $30,465 is the prize fund. The way it will work is each game, like you said, will be paid out every game.
Yep.
So if you win a game, you win $1,000.
So you double your entry fee in one game.
Double your entry fee. 8th place every game will earn $150. If you finish 4th place in any game, you get your $500 entry fee back. It's $1,000, $700, $600, $500, $400, $250, $200, and $150. It's $3,800 per game. We left this one little thing out there, Justin.
Go ahead.
They're going to be deadly impossible.
They're going to be extremely hard.
They're going to be hard. So if you're expecting to see 279 win every game, you're in the wrong event. They are going to be hard, and bring your grinding shoes because they are going to be hard.
Yep. So side action also, there will be an 8-game total series for $40. Yep. Eliminator games 2, 3, 4, and 6, 7, 8 for $20. 8-game
now we lost you
eliminator for
again.
$20.
There we are. Now you're back.
I'm back.
You for a
All
sec.
right.
Yep.
So eliminator games 2, 3, and 4, and 6, 7, 8, $20 each.
Yep.
8-game eliminator $20, and then brackets 2, 3, 4, and 6, 7, 8, $5 a piece.
Yeah.
So all I'm saying is
we already have some entries. We have some deposits already. So our suggestion: get in touch with us. Leave a deposit. This is going to sell out. This is going to sell out before you know it. And if this thing works, we will do this once, if not twice a year, this format. It has been very successful in the Midwest, and it is time to bring it east. And with the players that we have here, it will be a success.
Oh, and on top of it,
there's more.
So we are also going to be raising money for Bowl for Life at this event.
Mm-hmm.
There will be a $5 entry fee for any spectators, and all the $5 that whoever comes in to watch, the $5 will be going straight to Bowl for Life.
Yep.
To raise money for their wonderful foundation where they were giving away scholarships for plenty of youth bowlers.
Yep. So $5 per spectator basically will go right to the Bowl for Life Foundation or Chuck Gardner and put more money in the scholarship fund and whatnot. But Thanksgiving Eve is going to be one. And can you vlog from there as well, Justin?
Maybe.
Or can we have we can have a live feed somehow?
Probably.
Yeah, we'll have it up on our Facebook page somewhere, YouTube channel.
We'll make it happen.
Yeah, but this is going to be good, and a lot of the regional players have already reached out and asked a couple questions and whatnot. And the biggest question really so far has been the center stance on obviously the mask and the face coverings and all that. So Howell right now is still abiding by what they've done, and these guys know it. They're okay with it, and they're starting to send the apps in. So this is going to be one hell of an event.
It's going to be a fun time. So, Mike, I'm going to recap real quick. PBA League this weekend starting Sunday at 12 o'clock. Show at 7 on Sunday as well.
They're on FS1 this weekend or FS1,
yes,
right?
FS1, Monday, 7 p.m., Monday, 9 p.m., Tuesday, 7 p.m., Wednesday, 7 p.m. for the Elias Cup Finals. The Cheetah Championship will be Sunday, October 4th at 5:30 p.m. Chameleon Championship will be Sunday, October 4th at 7:30, and the Scorpion Championship will be Monday, October 5th at 9 p.m. For me personally, bowling-wise, I'm going to be having a vlog this weekend from the JBT down at Laurel Lanes, and then next weekend we're going down to Myrtle Beach for the Stormview Championships event down there as well. And
Can I give you a funny story about Laurel Lanes really quick?
Oh, Lord. Go ahead, Mike.
We bowled there used to be a tournament called EJC, the Eastern Junior Classic.
Okay.
All right. And this guy, Dave Knox, ran this tournament at Laurel Lanes. And this was right around the year that Dad started his scholarship tournament, so like 98, 99, 2000, around there. And this tournament drew probably like 200 bowlers, and it was a scratch and a handicap. It was a full Friday, Saturday, Sunday, big weekend, just like you guys do. And the one year we bowled it, I will never forget this. Johnny Petraglia Jr., that is. He was the leader from day one, ball one, frame one. He led the entire tournament. Okay. He gets to the title match, and he got steamrolled by like 70 pins. And he must have bowled like 220. The guy bowled 290 at him. I mean, he mauled him, and Johnny finished second. Well, John was not very happy with his performance in the title match. No. He took his 2-ball bag, his tote bag, and on the one side of the parking lot, there's like fences on the side of Laurel.
Yeah.
He threw his bag through the white vinyl fence of Laurel Lanes, and he took down that fence, and he drove away back to Manalapan. I always remember Johnny when we go to Laurel Lanes for that one incident. That was one of my favorite things I've ever seen before. He took down the fence.
So, Mike, we're going to wrap this one up.
Let's wrap it up, buddy.
If you want to follow along with my bowling this weekend and any of my bowling in the future, be sure to check out my YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button. Just my name, Justin Bohn. And, Mike, that's going to wrap up this episode of the Bohn and Zano Zone.
We'll be back next week breaking down the league and the shows. And we are also in the works of doing Storytime Part 2. That's going to be coming up. But until then, still, everybody, support your local centers. Get out there and bowl. They need it. Stay safe. Wash your hands. Wear your masks. And we will be back next Tuesday. Right?
Probably.
Probably.
We'll figure it out.
Just
all right, guys.
Follow us online and find out.
Thanks again for tuning into this episode of the Bohn and Zano Zone presented by BuddiesProShop.com, and we will see you next go around.